Well, what's significant then? I mean, that's
How do
why.
you qualify, but how do you come back and say in a document, here's where the line of significance is?
That's why I say you leave it out, we just use good judgment. As we have been using.
That's
For
why these
the
statements are
last 2
good
years.
judgment. I think these statements rely back to good judgment, so they're here as just an outline for us to operate by. They simply are in overall governance because simply we're not putting them in as ordinance.
Cheryl, can you give us an example of initiate any action, change of course of action, or preparing a report that is significant in nature, or initiate any project or study without the approval of the majority of the council? Can you give us an example? I didn't email that to you.
But you can't email it because you need approval of the city council.
No, I think,
This is all about the meeting.
But I think, I mean, so I would look at this as, Larry, if you ask for something, if you send an email to Cheryl and, I don't know, if it was gonna take a week to do or what have you, and she felt that it wasn't, then, and she responded back that she didn't think that this was a good use of time or what have you, then you could bring it up to council meeting and say, hey, I want this, does the rest of the council agree that it's beneficial?
Yeah, and really, using the attorney bills, I mean, if you, Cheryl and say, I want the attorney bills, she gets them from Laura, they get distributed to everybody, no big deal, but if you say, I want an audit, that's significant.
I don't think I'll ask for an audit and then.
No, that's
That's significant.
It goes back to good judgment, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
No, which we have to depend on good judgment from all the members of the governing body. And if everybody doesn't show good judgment, then there will be a timely answer to that.
Rick, I had a very silly thing, I mean, it's just semantics, but it's on page 9 under chapter 4, under A for the regular meeting. We talk about having any alternate location, but not time. Where, last week we changed meeting to 6:30, we might as well add time into that, so we allow ourselves the opportunity.
And while we're in that section, B, under special meetings, may be called by the mayor or acting mayor on the written request of any 3 members of the council. And isn't that asking for a coma violation?
It was last time.
Yeah,
So how-
I don't know if we change that to
Well,
2.
we need to change it to 2 now because of the way the law changed.
Right.
Yeah, you're probably right, because of it, when it was originally written, 3 was not a, form. Now it's a majority of forms, so you need, you're right, we need to change it to.
So it takes only 2 council members to ask for a special meeting.
On the written request
Yeah.
of any 2 members of the council.
So how does that
Specify.
And actually, according to the language, and actually, the mayor doesn't have to call the meeting, even though it's 3, it doesn't look like.
It's just maybe probably, I can't remember, this came out of some language, is it out of current policy, or is it out of?
Yeah, and I don't mind special meetings being called, and whether it's 2 members or 3 members, I just don't want to pay a $500 fine because we call a special meeting.
What are you talking about as far as the 3 being changed to? Which law?
It's 2, so basically what Chris is saying is, if I want a special meeting for something, and I call you and say, hey, I think we need to have a special meeting, I'd send an email, Dave, you could send an email, and then Dave would say, call the special meeting. But if I call you, and then I call Chris, and we all 3 send it, then
You're in
you're in
violation.
violation.
And we talked about that at the coma session.
So this is just basically
It wasn't a
saying.
new law, though. It's a new interpretation of the existing law.
No, it's new law. We used to be able to, we used to be able to define majority, as 3.
Right.
So, majority of a quorum, and we define a quorum as 4, therefore majority of that's why it needs to be changed to two, because if you have to get three people together, you're in violation, because there's gonna need to be a special meeting if you just have one, theoretically. Yeah, that's fine, I mean, I guess special meetings are technically, this is a special meeting that we're doing tonight. Work sessions, we don't define it. So, however, even if you do call a special meeting, you still have to have majority. In our case, we have to have 4 to conduct it, and that didn't change. So I'm.
Doreen, I think there's some verbiage, correct me if I'm wrong, Cheryl, that we talked about in that coma meeting from Steve Howe and talking about what a majority is based on, the population of the council and kind of how to navigate that. You want to reach out to Steve Howe?
Forms 3, so.
Because he hit on it pretty good at that meeting, if I recall.
Just make sure that whatever process can be followed there can be followed.
Are we able, can we send this special meeting periodically into the,
AG?
yeah, ask for a
Yeah,
notice?
you can call the AG and say, is this, we have a five-person council, is this okay? Yeah. That would be, that's good.
One other thing on the special meetings section, work sessions are scheduled on as-needed basis, but, we got that defined on the city website on a couple of places. Work sessions are the second Monday.
But we have had work sessions in addition to that.
Yes.
Right, and those would be.
So that's,
Are you suggesting we can say regularly scheduled the second Monday, but additions as needed?
add some extra verbiage.
Or maybe it's added to the
Regular meeting.
the regular meetings part at the bottom.
Is that an ordinance? Change.
Oh, it's a regular meeting for the time,
Okay.
work sessions are not defined.
So we can't.
Well, the lease actually kind of indicated, I guess, in the previous, communication was stated that we should be, we probably shouldn't just have them on a routine basis unless we are gonna make some changes to the bylaws. That was that.
We're not pulling
So
up.
do you recall when that, the work session definition, the lead rendered some discussion?
They said that we either need to include it or exclude it. So when we are planning on having a work session once a month, we need to add that. But if we only want to call them when needed, we should not add it. Because then we will have to technically cancel the work
Cancel the
session
meeting
and
if we don't have it.
if we don't have it.
Which means you have a work session scheduled whether you have agenda items
Or
or not. You would be canceling a work session.
I mean, essentially, the only annoyance or point that we have to worry about with respect to work sessions is make sure that this is distributed at every work session. Because we do notice work sessions now, same as we would a regular meeting. The agenda is published, it's just a little, it's a paperwork, additional paperwork exercise for work sessions currently. And that we left alone, that's what we continue. But I see your point, I mean, there's probably, 2 or 3 in here that we cancel with respect to that, with respect to the second Monday. So, I'm not bothered either way, it's just, we just either have to make sure we get this at the work session, or that we cancel the second Monday if we